Alright, we have a cursed one here from Dr. Tigerix, PhD. It's Tethys. I've found over the course of these recent curse seats that there's a few champs that are just massively prone to cursed runs, and Tethys is probably at the top of that list. The problem with Tethys is, unlike a lot of the other bad champs, she has the added downside of potentially doing absolutely nothing for you in the first 3 rings. On top of just general problems with finding a way to like make it work and run. And then imps, I suppose, aren't the greatest to pair with Tethys, but then again, I kind of don't mind it in a sense because these are so good in the first few rings that they kind of make up for some of the weaknesses of Tethys, but we'll see. Now, they'd beaten it, but their comment was they basically had to like reload on each of the major bosses, and it's just a really tough run. So we got Sin of Darkness, Double Barrel, and Seraph the Temperate. Okay. Starting with Tornado is good. Starting with Imp is okay. Like, I guess we got a lot of AoE. Cuddle Hex is not so great. But it could be worse. Just not many spells, I guess. But at least, we'll see. I wonder if should I go Artifact first? I don't think so. Chillwind. Chillwind to me is... I just don't know about how to hell Totem. I mean, it is 2 health. I mean, it's not nothing. It's weird how this is actually kind of relevant to Tethys sometimes, but I think we just take this even though I absolutely hate this artifact. I feel like we can take that. Let's also just see what the makeup of the map is. So it's Hellhorned on Steel. I think we can't go... I think it's really brutal to go Merchant of Magic with Tethys. You just might not end up with any beef, right? Like, what if you just get Double Sweeper? How you beating Ring 2 boss? Merchant of Magic, Hellhorn Banner. So we get Hellhorned. It's already not really looking like necessarily an incant. Should be our main goal here. A lot of Merchant of Steels. We got or at least there's Merchant of Steels there. I have to give up Hellvent and a Stygian for that, though. Hellvent is opposite. This sucks because a lot of the value on this map is not able to really be taken. Like, there's a lot of vortexes that are opposite temples or opposite Hellvents. I mean, every single vortex is actually opposite a Hellvent except for literally one of them. That's brutal. The map kind of sucks, but I think we can take this. I think we have a strong enough start that we can definitely take this. Well, completely nullifies this, but that's why this artifact sucks. We'll do it because I do want a unit draft, and imps can basically clear up most of this, more or less. We'll go there. And that guy's, it's the worst one to get sharded up, but hopefully we can get, sometimes you can get that collector with that. Let's do this. I'll have the Ice Tornado for the next one, although... I might not need to do it depending on what I draw. So would Ember Drain me? I could try to get him to die. Oh. And then we can get fresh ones. Ah, damn it. I got damage on him somehow. Well, That sucks. That's not good at all. To have the 1 health. That's gonna really hurt. Fuck. I have no way to sacrifice that guy out. Well, there's no other way to put it. That just sucks. It just sucks. But, guess we can do this. Helps a little bit. That's so much more damage than we needed to take here. So disappointing. Slight synergy with Tethys. I don't know, offering token might be better. Doesn't have huge reasons to be in the deck right now. We're likely not getting Incant, but who knows, maybe we will. I think I like it for opening up maybe Crypt Builder. These aren't very good. We could take Hidden Passage if we do end up not really... I mean, if we don't find a Fledgling Imp, Hidden Passage just probably ends up being good. I think I'll take it speculatively. This would be a good one for Hidden Passage. Alpha Fiend could work as well. I'm going to lock in the Steelworker for now. There are more offensive-minded units and essences in the Hellhorn arsenal, and there's only really Steelworker for the defensive side from the banners. So we're likely to find that type of stuff. So quick, Armor Incant. Armor Incant could work. Spell Chain Intrinsic. Like I could just go... I mean, there's both of these have an okay essence that allows me to maybe survive in the event that we don't find any rage, which can happen, right? Branded Warrior does need that initial slay though, which could be quite hard if I don't find Fledgling Imps or a Ritual of Battle. Borderline impossible, actually, toward the late game. Alpha Fiend, I think, can work. It's a better unit right now as well. I don't think I'm going to fuse it, though. I might have to, though. It's a brutal... I really hate these Ring 3 and 4 like no temple back-to-back. It just makes figuring things out really shitty, because you might have to make a commitment here. Like, ideally, I would just want to put the Alpha Fiend onto a sweeper and then have the Steelworker to give armor to the floor. I have to imagine, like, Alpha Fiend into Steelworker is not the plan here. I guess we can just use Alpha Fiend as a unit for now. If I were to reroll and find Multi-Strike, I might be able to just settle for Alpha Fiend into Steelworker. I don't know though, that's pretty slow. It's pretty slow. Without some removal to help, that could be an issue. Either way, we'd probably want health there. Armor Incant's interesting. I don't know that we're incanting that much. Endless. Could put Endless on it. Molting into Molting Imp. It's not a strong play, but is that worth 25 shards? It'd be pretty good into Temperance, I guess. I think I will do it. I don't know if this is all that good. Am I spending money? I don't have to. I think if I'm doing this in Fusion, I probably don't have to make that. So I could also just hold out, see if we're getting a fledgling imp. And then I can just have Endless to put on the molting imp. It's not a super strong play. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet here and do this. This definitely gets me a lot of pyre health saved. I can make up for some of the mistakes I've made there. Intrinsic on Hidden Passage sometimes might be good. Spell Chain would only really be good on Offering Token, but only if we're doing Incant. I think we just go here. We should be fine with spikes, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go like this and eventually get him up there, but he can get extra strikes in the meantime. Is Hidden Passage in the deck or what? I don't know, maybe I missed the part where it wasn't in the deck. The fuck? This guy doesn't trample, so I guess this is better? The fuck? We literally never drew Hidden Passage, is that what you're telling me? Well, if you say so. I still think that's okay to play. We'll just finish with the Ice Tornado. Yay, Hidden Passage. Stupid. Crypt Builder's the reason we have Offering Token at the moment. Pretty bad Hellhorn offerings, unfortunately. Well, I mean, Vent's not bad, Burning Right's not bad, I suppose, but we're looking for common tier cards, and Burning Right eating up one of those slots just sucks. We would have much rather had like a Rage card. But it's a good thing we had the Alpha Fiend in that type of case. I think we're good on AoE. We've got this Endless unit. Branding Right might be okay. I mean, I have armor to the whole floor, though. Do I really need the Branding Right? It could be okay. I might take it. It could help with some just various things that might come up. Well, I don't have huge reasons to go to Merchant Magic. I think we'd rather have a Stygian unit. We want a sweeper. Like, it's going to be pretty important that we find a sweeper to put Alpha Fiend into. Do I have any consumables? I literally don't have any. So, that I guess. Well, Ashes of the Fallen could work. I mean, that will turn this into a huge AoE. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, we can just turn this into a Lodestone run then. We got to turn it into an Incant deck, but that's not undoable. Hellvents are at bad positions, though. Trying to think. So the thing with Lodestone, we take it. It probably doesn't become the focus until down here. I think I have to skip the first Hellvent so that I can get some health on it. And then I'll Hellvent it there. Hopefully I can find some artifacts to support playing it out. And then we'll do the final hunt there to get the third one. If we don't get double in, if we get double in, can't we? Just two of them's fine. So we might prioritize artifacts as well, because there's a lot of artifacts that can help make a lodestone a lot easier to play. I think you see a lodestone, you take it though, especially when a run isn't like, ooh, okay, this is turning out a lot better here. We got the Wingmaker. I mean, we've got power. 50 shards definitely is rough. But we'll get it here, I think. Okay. That's annoying. I suppose we can Ember Drain here. Lodestone isn't going to be really that useful this fight. Like, I need to basically remove a lot of cards. Another thing is I need to remove cards with the Vortex. Like, I have too many units. I need to get moved towards spells for this Lodestone to actually work. It's going to be tricky. Is a 5 health Alpha Fiend going to be an issue? It's not like I draw that quickly to find my stuff. Here, let's just do this. I'll fit Lodestone and Steel up top. I mean, I can't play the Lodestone this first part, but it is what it is. At least we got some Frostbite on the boss already. We'll be Ember Drained forever here, but it's just the name of the game, unfortunately. Okay, we do have this. Pip there doesn't really matter. If I do that, I can still die. I think I do want this on holdover. I can move that up now, but I'd lose a strike. I think that's fine. I'm pretty sure that that's fine. Like, this floor with the armor it's gaining, and just Relentless is going to be gigantic there. They all just die. I can do that. That. Though. Alright. So... and that's a Transcendent. Well, we can now also... I mean, I'm pretty sure I take the Transcendent here. Basically, we can abandon the Lodestone if we find Endless here. Then I have a new win condition that's even easier than, or much easier, I would say, than Lodestone. Lodestone's still pretty easy once you get going, but it's just that awkward mid-game you gotta figure out. Nice to see the Dark Deal too. If you had not found, you know, Lodestone, that's there. Now, if I don't find Endless, it is another unit to the pool. So be it. Even if I am playing that... oh my god, there's an Eogorgon. Eogorgon with Alpha Fiend infusion. There's actually a lot of broken things you can do here, it seems. Even the Sweeper, too. Well, now we have the problem that you often can get trolled into on a run like this. I've often lost these type of runs where it's like, you have all these shiny toys to play with, and you have too many of them, right? It's like all of these really nice rares we're talking about here, Lodestone, maybe to a lesser extent Transcendent, but Eogorgon and Lodestone for sure, they need 100% of the dedication of your deck to make them not only shine, but just work in the first place. I don't think a Lodestone Totem and an Eogorgon is going to be... I mean, they kind of synergize, right? I mean, put two of them on a floor. But they are expensive. What am I doing this run? I don't know. I think an Incant deck is going to be fine with a Lodestone Totem, and a Eogorgon isn't going to change anything there. If I'm getting units out, I'm incanting, I win with Lodestone already, and Eogorgon has... I would argue Eogorgon is a little bit harder to win with than Lodestone Totem. It's still pretty... Especially with the Alpha Fiend, it's not too bad, but I do have to figure like defense out. Whereas I don't really have to figure out any Lodestone just does everything. But playing both of them together seems tough. So I actually think I'm going to skip. I also don't know... So we want something to deal damage. I mean... Tethys is fine for it. Yeah, I think we skip. And it's either Ember or Draw. We have a lot of expensive shit. I might have to do Ember. I want to do Draw, but I might have to do Ember. But I'm going to do Draw for now. I think on my artifact hunt, hopefully it'll provide something, and I'll just take Ember at the final one if I have to. So we're not going to Hellvent now. Okay, health and we got Endless, so we're good to go here. I mean, we still got to win this ring, right? But we've just found Endless on the Transcendent. That can just... We don't even have to worry about the Lodestone route now. To beat this ring, though, what are my best things? Because I gotta wait until here to put a Queen's Imp into Transcendent. I don't think I reroll for anything. We can just get rid of Stewards for now, I think. Now, one thing that does suck about this deck, I didn't take a Flash Freeze, so really only Branding Rate is my way to self-sack the Imp. We're going to want to be on the lookout for self-sack cards. So like another Dark Deal would be fine. Obviously any of the Imp, the direct Imp sack cards would be a godsend. I think we want to go a bit hard here. Do I need Alpha Fiend? That's one that I'm wondering about. I don't know that I need this Alpha Fiend. It is a priority draw. I still think the Lodestone and Steelworker could be pretty good. This thing's just going to scale too slow and cost too much. I think we get rid of it. Okay. I don't think we take the money either. I mean, we are at 50, which is unfortunate, but I'll be getting shards, no problem. So, let's fight. Could do a point of Conduit. That would certainly help with Lodestone shenanigans. For now. Oh, God. I don't want to make this fight any harder than it needs to be. It's probably not that hard of a... Okay, we do start with this top. I think that means we can go top. Unfortunately, though, we do start with the Hidden Passage. But I think we're better off just going top here. This is definitely a good unit to put here. Fortunately... Go ahead and incant for some armor. definitely not much spells. I mean, we're not really going to make Lodestone work in the long run. Like, that's not really the focus, right? But, nice that Branding Rights at least, costed down a bit here. We want to do this. I don't know that I want this on Endless necessarily, but we'll see. Let me take a little bit of hits here. That's as good as we can do there. Okay, that guy dies, so let's go here, there. That's pretty good damage already. Once we put the Queen's Imp in, it's gonna be quite nice. Let me make sure that I'm beating this guy. Got a lot of armor. He does a lot of damage. I can get him down to 398. I'm not doing a whole lot. I have rank 1 of the thing. We just gotta do this. I could probably try to calculate it out a bit more, but I think we're just fine to do this. Okay, we edged that one out. Wasn't pretty. It's obviously the absolute worst troop and boss for us, but also just in general. I hate. It seems like so many times I'm getting that specific combo of Scourge Shufflers and that guy, where it's like it basically punishes any build that really needs to go top, which is 95% of the way I construct all my decks. It's like, yeah, you could try to go bottom. It fails about as often as it does going top in my experience, so. Except in tournaments. Tournaments and leagues, it always is apparently correct for me to go bottom. It always changes, even though I feel like going top is typically usually correct. We're gonna get our Endless Imp now. Do we still want to add something like an Ancient Synergy? It's not a super powerful one because we don't have any spells in the deck, but it's still like pretty okay. I don't think so though. I think we really just want to get to our Transcendent, and that's just like the game plan. Okay, Pyro Chopper makes the Transcendent a lot easier to work out. I'll take it as just a tech for that. We probably take this. Divine Fervor Flame, maybe. That definitely seems good with the deck that we have. Okay, health removals does seem good. I could also get free artifact. I think with Pyro Chopper that's just not as needed. I think I like the health here. And before I forget, definitely we'll do the Queen's Imp into our Endless Transcendent. It's going to be a huge upgrade to this deck. 30 power honestly would be okay on Wingmaker, but it's not really needed. The plan now is we just Hellvent. It costs 15 each time. That'll put us at 105. Hellvent, Hellvent. We can take any other stuff if we see it fit, but I don't really think we see it fit. Nothing there, obviously. I would like to hold the Branding Right over maybe, just as a way to kill the imps, but we'll see. We may just end up with other stuff. What do I get rid of here? I could definitely get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Spikes. It is probably good. It just helps our imp. Well, imp's gonna die anyway. I think we're fine to do this. We'll get armor to the floor and stuff. It does make it so Lodestone Totem isn't like that good, but I'm of the mind that you know, Lodestone may not just may not be the thing we're going with necessarily. Do I leave room for a future imp? I think so. I do want to play that for the Transcendent. Let's go and do this. I'll just do that. I know I'm giving him Rage, but hopefully we'll be able to sap him enough that that doesn't really end up mattering. Could also just give this guy some armor, huh? It is Sweeper Boss. Could do this to get extra space. I think that actually makes sense. Should have brought him up actually and just fucked him up this turn. Well, it doesn't matter too much. Bottom deck both the imps. Sweet. Get one spell here. Sweet as well. Oh, so sweet. Well, we can do that and then it dies. It's probably worth. Alright, finally got these pieces of shit. Fine doing that, it dies from the extinguish anyway. Do that. Dies from the extinguish as well. Look at that. Nearly killed him half health there. But yeah, we'll get the kill here. Alright, so I would say, well, there were some tough moments. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I wouldn't necessarily say this is seemed like that cursed. I guess it would depend on the route you went, but either way, I think you find a Transcendent here. To me, this just seems like an automatic steal to hit, but especially with the Vortex there. I'll have to check the deck afterward, but Drop Cage, I mean, we have Hidden Passage for it. We might as well take it. These are decent. Well, two of them are decent cards, but I don't know that they're that needed for the game plan, which is, again, just get the Transcend up and go. So, I might just skip them. I don't see huge reasons for me to have these. Could take one more Pirate Chomper. I think we just skip. Isn't it the same exact 3 cards we just got offered? Alright, now we can Hellvent our first one, which is great. We'll check and Piercing. I might do Piercing on the hammer still. Ooh. We could go Minor Refraction on the Steelworker. I don't know. Nothing else really makes sense. Cool. Honestly, I don't even know if Steelworker is going to end up in the deck. We'll see. I mean, really, I just need the Transcendence. They're just 100% going to carry this. You know, I could do Piercing here. I just don't think I need it. Yeah, I don't need it. I've got all the other imps and stuff. Imps are the game plan. Right. Little Ember Drain, but it's just how it is. Maybe you can go here. Alright, we can only get one down. Look at that, it's already killing this. I've played like nothing on it. I guess that's the Ashes of the Fallen right there. But yeah, that's pretty wild. Rally, okay. So that will still die, that's fine. I just don't put these here with so much space here, right? One, two, three, four, five. I guess we can fit one more there. We can kill one of these with a branding, right? But unfortunately, oh shit, that was so bad. Oh my god. Well, let's. I should still do this, unfortunately. Forgot that I didn't even have the Lodestone Totem up there. Well, they'll die this turn, so at least there's that. Need to be a little careful here. I do need to really focus on just killing Arcus. Could do this, I think. Then it dies. Even if I do this, it dies. We can put that one down there. I think that makes sense. Let's just do this then. That way that still dies up there. Then we just do this. Then he should die the next turn. Alright, there we go. Machine Gun Kelly. These are all good cards. Unfortunately, as you see there, it's like if they're not here to sacrifice my imps, then they're really just not worth adding to the deck. I'm much better off just finding those imps fast and letting them rip. For that reason, I think I still just do a draw upgrade. You know, once we hit the Pirate Chomper, we're good on Ember. We can draw things out of order, and that's fine. I don't want to add another card that I have to remove. So, I'm probably going to remove Lodestone Totem, I think. There's just no way I see that working out for me. And even Steelworker. I mean, I don't really know what Steelworker and Lodestone Totem do in this deck. I just don't know how soon I can remove them is a thing. I think we just want removals. I guess I will remove them here. Like for this fight, who knows? The other fights go on long enough that I can find Transcend up in time. But like, I don't know, even... I might just remove them, honestly. Like, I don't know if that's throwing. Like, there's definitely situations where I bottom deck both the Transcendence and I might be fucked. It might be nice to have the Lodestone Totem still. I don't know that we need the Steelworker, though. Maybe I do want to get some of this shit upgraded. Like a Pierce here would be fine, especially if it's Penitent or something. I also want to hold over on Branding Right if I can. I'm going to add that. Permafrost. Could permafrost that. I need to remember also that I have Drop Cage. I totally forgot that I had that. Let's see what we're getting here. I may want my Pyre Health, honestly. Like, bad draw here, and then I'm kind of fucked. Let's pay a little bit of money, and that's... I guess that's really not worth it, but whatever. It's not worth it. I don't know, is Permafrost worth the money here? I guess. 10... I could do a 10 there. I don't know that anything's worth spending that money on. There we go, hold over there. That's huge. And now we just gotta hope we don't draw it out of order. That's the main thing there. So, do I remove Steelworker? I think I do. Then we're guaranteed to get Lodestone at the start. I'll go another point of Chillwind, just so if I do low roll, I can do a little bit more damage to these tanks and greatly decrease the time that they're attacking me for. I think Spell Shield should be fine, right? That doesn't really stop me. Now this troop will murder me if I bottom deck the Transcendence. So I don't think I'll play the Branding Right. I do need to just draw through and find the Transcendence. Do that though. Okay, we found one of them. Unfortunately, not in the right order, but as long as we have one of them down, we can start going to work. If I can get a Pirate Chomper here. Okay, we get a Pirate Chomper here. That's good. That kills that, and it will still die, which is nice. So let's do that. We'll do this just to get the... We don't want to do it too much, but then we still die, so that's good. Let's do this here. We can get this guy maybe down enough that I don't have to play up there. I think Chillwind should finish this guy off. Yeah, Chillwind finishes him off, so... We could do that. Unfortunately, we are at that critical mass here, but what we can do here is 1, 2, 3. Do I want this on holdover? Maybe. Okay, that'll still die. I can put this down here. We want to kill one of them for sure. Don't need that anymore. Though, I mean, what else do we really want to have come back? Oh, I should have took that guy out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And there you have it. Now I'm going to get a third one, and that'll just really shore things up. Again, none of this aids with finding or killing our imps. That does. See, that right there is the primo card. I think we still Hellvent though. I know it's 15 more shards, but yeah. And I think we can get rid of Hellvent, or I'm pretty sure we can get rid of Lodestone at this point. Let me think. With 3 of these in my deck, and I could draw twice a turn. Seven times 3 is 21. I can make it so I guarantee that by the 3rd wave I find these Transcendents, even if they're the bottom 3 in the deck. So yeah, I think we're going to remove Lodestone. And really most of our money should just go to removals here, unless something's super good. Like, Firebox is almost super good. I mean, I suppose if I buy a Firebox, I don't really need to remove the Lodestone Totem. Then again, who cares about Lodestone Totem? I don't even think... Let's just start removing stuff. I'm gonna remove Lodestone. So we're now a 0 banner unit deck. Can remove these. Yeah, see, that's why I don't even re-roll. It's like I wouldn't have been able to afford that last one. Then we'll just Hellvent this. I could also Hellvent the important work. It's maybe worth considering. It would definitely help me draw through the deck faster. Actually, I might like the important work here. It also means I don't have to go up in shards. Let's do that. I could add 10 to one of them, sure, why not? Or maybe Rage is better. Just for added effect, you know, they'll come in with a bunch of flame on them. That's kind of cool. Alright, we already get 1. It's nice. Let's go down, play it, put Tethys up here, put this down there, it'll die. Nice. Okay, we can get those important works later. I'm only going to be able to play 1, it looks like. Well, if that's the case... Oops, let's do the Rage one, because it's cooler. Okay, we got that. We got that on holdover, so that's good at least. The Branding Right. We'll actually get to use that this time. Infused Mallet putting in some work. Here, let's put some more damage on the dude here. I could put in a pretty good amount of damage here. This might get us closer to the flying kill. Yeah, this should just get us a flying kill. There you have it. This is actually a great example, I think, of showing why I think Queen's Imp is so good. 40% of runs are this. Or have the capability to do this, I should say. So just to to say what I mean there, there's a 40% chance any Hellhorn run that you'll see Transcendent or any given rare draft for that matter. Now note, I didn't say rare banner units. Rare banner units are much less chance than that, but the rare just cards like Transcendent, like Last Stand, you'll see those in 40% of your runs. The fact that this free win just exists like this makes me... It's not the only reason I like Queen's Implings, but it's a big one, and I think it's significant enough that it's a legitimate support of why I think they're so good. But okay, we start with a 2. That's, it could be better, but whatever. We'll start down here, and I guess not much else to do. We should just throw Tethys away, do some damage. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go here. Here. Let's go here for now. Oh. Well then. I don't know that we want to do this. I think we want to just draw the stuff next turn. Put down Pyre Chomper first. Fucking hell. Let's do that. Get it back. These goddamn extinguishers are just fucking destroying my soul. Well, if I have that on holdover, I suppose we don't need it on holdover, right? So just try to draw back into the other Transcendent ASAP. I never once used the Iron Drop Cage. Oh well. And the finish. Boom, right in the ankles. Should have went for the head. Mistake, misplay. But you can't underestimate the ankle kill. So I don't know. I would say that didn't seem too cursed to me. The only really cursed thing that I saw was that none of the rage commons were offered, but there was an Alpha Fiend. If we needed to go Alpha Fiend into Sweeper or something like that, that was an option. But then we just started to see things like Lodestone Totem. We saw the Sweeper anyway. We even saw, if we needed, there was a Dark Deal that we could have built around for Rage. There was Eel Gorgon. And then obviously what we see here, just in my eyes, the most straightforward, easy, free win combo in the game, which is the Transcendent Queen Imp. So really at the end here, our deck literally, that's all we did. It's just, that's all you need. I think if that doesn't showcase how strong that is. I think this is a good run that certainly showcases that. Now, of course, we had Ashes of the Fallen, which certainly helps, but trust me, you don't need it. You don't need it. You do need something like this, though. You know, often I'll have better... Here's the thing, like, it's rare. You know, you might look at the Ashes of the Fallen and say, yeah, or whatever, but, like, usually you'll find something. You may not find an Ashes, but you'll find most runs something to help this along. Whether that's, you know, Ember, like Hell's Banners to help the Ember, Forever Flame to help the Ember, a Pyre Chomper to help the Ember, whether it's things like an Offering Token where you can kill it that turn and redraw it, or, you know, the most straightforward one, which is Important Work. I don't know why I couldn't find it there. I'm like, where is that card? Important Work is the most straightforward one, but you know, you can make do with other stuff. Just a horn break even can do it. Just any sort of thing you can kill your imps with. Let's see what you ended up with. Alright, you went with kind of, I like that version of Tethys. One Conduit, 2 Frostbite. I don't like this. I really don't ever like using the Eel Gorgon's Infusion. I suppose if you're super out of, or if you're super just not going into Incant, I guess you could do this. But I think there's enough time seeing that Eel Gorgon at ring 3 to have built around it. Also looks, let's see. So you did have the Endless Queen's Imp Transcendent, but you didn't Hellvent it, and it didn't seem like you really went super hard into it. So it's like that'll just kind of provide you. So that this is kind of one thing there. It's like one of them isn't gonna win you the game. But you know, 2 to 3 should. You didn't have the Ashes, so I'm guessing you didn't go the left route on ring 3, was it? Which also means you wouldn't have found the Lodestone Totem. I mean, it makes sense how you ended up where you're at, right? If you don't, so you went. I'm trying to think what there was instead of. Was it a Hellhorned and a Merchant of Magic, right? That you hit instead of the Stygian Banner and Artifact. I think that's what you did. And maybe it was just a branded, and I guess you found a Deranged Brute though. One thing I will say is this run had certainly a lot of value on it, because I don't remember seeing Deranged Brute. So that must be, you must have found a Deranged Brute instead. It's a tough one, because you know, there wasn't much rage offered on this run. Really, it was just a Dark Deal, and I guess, yeah, Branded Warrior Infusion. But the problem with Branded Warrior in this case is, how do you get that first slay, right? I mean, another thing you could consider, I've done it before, you can put your Molting Imp into Branded Warrior and make it endless. It would be awkward. I think, honestly, when I see this Transcendent, I just, basically in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll just slowly transition out of whatever it was I was doing, no matter what it was, even if it is something that seems, if it seems strong like this, I still think I just transition out of it and plan on going full in on this Transcendent. But yeah, that's what I would say. You still won, but as you said, it looked like it was pretty rough for you, which I can see. I mean, how do you get that first slay, right? you'd have to really like soften them up with spells and or rearrange the squishies to the front with March of Shields is my guess, or soften them up with the Transcendent. Once you get a few slays, you're after the races. But yeah, I also, you got the Steelworkers, you got that for defense. You took Scorched Steel. What was that? Wait, did you take Scorched Steel over Ashes? Maybe not. If you did, though. No, yeah, you didn't get Ashes, right? Because you have Deranged Brute. You must have gone the other route. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, I guess Scorched Steel versus Rules of Containment. I mean, wait. I'm like second guessing myself. Wasn't it the Divine Horde that had this one? I would say, I can't remember if this was alongside Ashes. If it was, though, I would say that was a mistake to not take Ashes over that, even with just vanilla Queen's Imps. I mean, for mine, it made a lot of sense, because at that point I had like my Molten Imp infusion, but I'd say even just vanilla imps, to me, that's better. Plus, as we know, from that point you chose it, still 40% chance to see Transcendent. I guess the Scorched Steel, the idea there was maybe that Tethys would have a little bit more survivability, but I don't know. I don't think that seems like pretty just weak compared to what you can get from Ashes. And again, my mistake if it was Rules of Containment versus that. I can't remember what the choices were, but I thought that Ashes was from the Divine Temple, because I think if I know myself, I usually take the non-divine upgrade first, which would have meant that lined up. But anyway, that's about all I can think of there. Be interested to see what Dusk ends up doing. But yeah, that was a fun run. Thanks for that submission, Tigrex. That was very interesting. I kind of wish the Transcendent didn't show up so that I could go down the Lodestone line, because that would be a good run to show like how Incant is still like pretty doable with Queen's Imps. You just have to, finagle your way out of a unit-based deck into a spell-based deck. It's not a colossal task. It's just an awkward task, but it's one that is definitely doable. Like the moment I saw Lodestone, I felt pretty good about the run. Before I saw Lodestone Totem, there was some unknowns. If we weren't gonna see Rage, Alphine was about our only thing at that point, unless we find one of these crazy rares, right? And then I'd really need to find a sweeper, ideally, which, is decently likely with the amount of Stygians in our future, but there's a chance we just don't find that, right? Then it's like, hopefully we get a Siren and can still go Incant or something. But that would be kind of my thought processes there. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.